It's Ron Reader Digs the Universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe, and tonight, why the right is wrong on schools and everything. For some years now, I have devoted my idle thoughts to formulating the ultimate anti-conservative argument. It's something that needs to be simple, unassailable, using ideas and concepts with which conservatives are already familiar so as to approach it under the radar, as they say. It also needs to be something for which they don't already have a prescripted, ready-to-go response they can yell at you. It needs to be sneaky, gradually building to its conclusion in an unthreatening way, which ought to ease the necessary following cognitive dissonance. I mean, it would be unlikely to cause an instant Apostle Paul kind of conversion, so the goal here really is to introduce a great deal of disturbing thought. I think I've got it. Hear me out. We all know about the failing schools, right? I've been hearing that my whole life. The failing schools, the failing schools. The conservatives have been all over this for years with their vouchers and their school choice and their charters and whatnot. Gotta fix those failing schools. Except that they're not failing. When you adjust American standardized test scores for poverty, that is, remove the poverty-stricken schools from the comparison, our students perform as well as any students worldwide. I mean, we're as good as Finland, for Christ's sakes, widely understood to have the best schools in the world. But wait, there's more. The field of educational psychology offers us Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which asserts, and very convincingly, that before students can successfully attain intellectual and academic goals, they must first have their basic human needs fulfilled. Food, clothing, shelter, a safe environment, good familial and social relationships, connection to community. Without all these requirements being met, learning is at best problematic and at worst impossible. I mean, think about it this way. If you're dealing with trauma, if you have PTSD or an unstable home, or you're dealing with substance addiction, you've got to deal with that before you can deal with anything else. That's why students in poverty drag down American standardized test scores. They're dealing with survival. Education must necessarily take a back seat to survival. The ghetto, the trailer park, the barrio, everybody there's got PTSD or its equivalent. We don't have an education problem. We have a poverty problem. And our schools cannot and should not be expected to deal with that. The only way to fix the failing schools is to fix poverty. Anybody who says they can fix the schools without ending poverty is a liar. Charter schools, vouchers, classical education, harsher discipline, it's all bullshit, usually offered by charlatans trying to make a buck. We gotta fix poverty, or equal opportunity, meritocracy, uplifting the bootstraps, whatever, the American dream, all that right-wing stupid shit, it's all a lie. Okay. End of argument. We've just destroyed a good chunk of the assumptions on which conservative thought is based. We've got to have welfare and massive social intervention, or just admit that we're all divided into social castes like feudalism, which is, even for conservatives, un-American. If your conservative opponent was listening to you, he might not change his mind about anything right now, but he should walk away from the encounter with a great deal of unease about the way the world works. Nice, huh? Of course, I still haven't figured out the real problem here, which is that conservatives don't give a damned hoot about what liberals have to say. They quit doing that a long time ago. I mean, you know, you probably couldn't use this argument on Facebook, for instance, with everybody watching. It's probably got to be face-to-face and one-on-one with somebody who doesn't already hate you for being a liberal. I guess that's a tall order in this day and age. You know, I really miss back when arguments actually meant something. I'm Ron Reeder, and this is Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. So the goal here really is to introduce a great deal of disturbing thought.